Today, we are in Hartford, Connecticut, capital city of the state of Connecticut. A lot of abandoned homes in the city of Hartford, a lot of challenges this city faces. We're going to talk to a man named Jared who works for the mayor of the city about those challenges. This is Capitalism 2012. First off, where are we sitting?
Right now we're on the steps. We're in the rear area of an old Jewish synagogue, just off of Pearl Street, which is a historic street in the city of Hartford. This particular building has been vacant for several years now.
How many buildings in this city are city-owned?
Well, I can't tell you exactly how many are city-owned, but I can tell you that right now the city launched what's called the Livable and Sustainable Neighborhoods Initiative. And not to belabor it too much, but it's designed specifically to attack blight and attack vacant properties. We know right now that there are about 800 or so properties, parcels in the city of Hartford for both commercial and residential space that we're looking at, that we're really paying close attention to, that we want to rehabilitate. We want to hold absentee landlords accountable. That's one of the most fundamental components when you talk about vacant and blighted properties. It's not necessarily so much the folks that are living in these units or living in these homes that are causing the issue. It's the fact that they're owned by individuals who don't live in the city, who aren't invested in the city, who aren't committed to the residents of the city or the vision that the mayor has set forth, and we're the capital city. Right. So we're different than the 168 other communities that exist in Connecticut. Hartford has one of the lowest median incomes in the entire country, has some of the greatest health disparities, and has the greatest achievement gap in the state of Connecticut and one of the greatest achievement gaps in the country. So we have a lot of challenges, but the mayor's allocated a significant amount of resources to help out homeowners that fell on tough times following the '08 crash, but at the same time holding absentee landlords accountable for failing to take action and failing to step up and do what's right for the residents of the city of Hartford.
What are some of the realities of problems with vacant homes? Just neighborhood to neighborhood, what's the problem for law enforcement? What are some of the challenges that people who are living in a home that is near vacant homes? Well, what happens?
Well, and I think that gets a little bit to the broken windows theory. The broken windows theory essentially is a belief that if a city, if leaders, if a community doesn't care about buildings, homes, retail, commercial, there's a spiral effect, that a broken window will lead to graffiti. Graffiti leads to drug dealing. Drug dealing leads to prostitution. Prostitution leads to violent crime. And there's any variation that you could go through that ultimately gets you to one of those Part 1 crimes. So in regards to public safety, it's really, really, really difficult because you're having to focus on a lot of different things, whether it's prostitution, vice and narcotics, violent crime, marijuana, cocaine, heroin. It causes significant problems, huge drains on society, because then that forces us, not only on the public safety end, to have to police these things, which are very difficult to police. Even in a city of 18 square miles and 430 cops, you're not going to be able to catch all criminals at all times. It is impossible for any community to do that. But what we can do is we can provide residents and visitors with opportunities, jobs, income, education, to give them a sense that the cyclical nature of poverty, that they're not bound to that, they're not shackled to that. Right. Developing vibrant communities, neighborhoods, people who are committed, who love to live in the places that they live and feel that they have a responsibility to one another. That's the biggest thing that we're trying to promote.
It's obvious you see the problems, you're not glossing anything over, and you're really getting after it.
Now it's about delivery, it's about execution, it's about implementation. We're on the cusp of something really great, I think, in the city of Hartford. We've got a governor that's immensely committed to us, a mayor who's willing to make the strategic investments. So now we got to put shovels in the ground, we got to put feet on the street, we got to put bodies in homes. That's what's most important in creating a productive and I think fruitful Hartford.
Right now, we're going to go to the capital city of New Jersey, Trenton.